Hi everybody. Now, as you know, if you're outside or you've been outside, I'm sitting at the right place today. I'm right on top of the fire. So I've had some questions submitted. One of them is, how are you feeling about the centennial coming up in the midst of a pandemic? Really good question. We've spent months talking about this, about our centennial celebrations, what we're going to do, what we can do, tracking the restrictions and what's changing, what's not changing. So we're feeling as good as you can be in the circumstances, and we're hopeful that we'll get all the celebrations happening that we want to happen. Most of the in-person ones will be next spring, but that will still be in the 100th year of the school, as you've probably seen from a recent email that I sent out. We will celebrate the birthday, the official birthday, in April, and that will, in a sense, kick off things. But there are a number of other things that are already happening and already in the works. And if you've been at campus recently in the last few days, you might have seen that our centennial banners are up and adorning the Founders Hall. We wanted to have the biggest one right front and center at just where we drop off every morning, or where people drop off every morning, and it's actually covering the old Founders mural, which is badly in need of repair and renovation. So it actually felt like the right thing to do for the moment to cover that old mural. We're completely honoring the founders in this coming year, more than ever, in fact. So you'll see all sorts of things that will be recognizing our beloved founders. And in fact, even in Glide Hall at the top of the stairs, we're reconfiguring that whole landing to have these lovely portraits, new pictures that we found of our founders in large frames in a very attractive display that will honor these two women properly. But I hope you enjoy the banners. I think they're a great enhancement to our Founders Hall. And lots more details to come about the centennial. So, moving on to question 2. Do you have any further advice for anyone listening that might help them now or in the future? Wow, that's a broad question. So what can I hone in on? Well, one of the things that I try and encourage people to do, young people and people of any age actually, and even myself I encourage to do this, is to keep approaching every day with the thought of giving. What am I giving? What am I giving, and to whom? And it can be literally giving something, whether it's an unexpected little surprise or a treat or something like that, or it can be much more often it's metaphorically. What sort of encouragement, what sort of inspiration, what sort of reassurance am I giving to this young individual or that person? So I think if we think, as parents, we do this anyway. We're always giving something to our children. We're constantly, all day, every day, and that's the gifts. Think of them in terms of gifts, and it feels good to give. And so if you're looking at your day as an opportunity to be giving out gifts, then I think you'll get something from it, and other people will benefit from it. It's a good way to look at the world, I would say. Okay, so question 3 is, what's your highlight of the week this week? People seem to like having to focus on a highlight. So this week is definitely, again, been the work of our stigma-free club. We've had two just outstanding gatherings in the chapel this week where we had 5 student presenters. We had, and on one of the days we had an alum who's a current parent presenting and talking a bit about an area of expertise that she has in working with autistic children. And we had videos to go along with the student contributions in these presentations. And honestly, we learned so much. It was embraced so readily by the school and by those present. And it was heartwarming and it was uplifting. And then there was a moment at the end of the last chapel service where one of the students just asked if he could share something with the rest of the chapel. And I was just blown away. I thought, wow, that we've achieved something, that this student feels comfortable enough to share this information with everyone. And I think everyone else felt the same way. So a reinforcement of the power and the strength of community that we've been building for a while, and that is really very strong right now. And then around the school, when you see the work that the Stigma Free Club have been doing this month, every week is a different aspect of it. But it's everything from creativity to pins to actually feeling what it's like to be someone with a diverse ability, to be someone who can't talk or who can't hear or who has to use a wheelchair. So they actually, the other day, they spent the whole day doing that. And again, watching the other students' response to that, or responses, was something really pretty special. So there you are, lots of highlights in one highlight. But February can often be a month of the blahs as such, and this hasn't been like that. So I'm very thankful. And I thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thanks, everybody.